Right now, we're publishing a brand new statewide Brady list. It is 1,800 officers, past and present, from every corner of Arizona. So why are we doing this? And what is the Brady list? In 1963, the Supreme Court ruled in Brady v. Maryland that police and prosecutors are required to give all evidence, even if it hurts their case. That includes if officers have been caught lying in the past, have criminal records, or other integrity concerns. It's why county attorneys started keeping Brady lists. That way everyone knows whether they can trust an officer's word. But in our full disclosure investigation, ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biskobing exposed Arizona's Brady list system is broken. Missing officers, failed disclosures, no sharing, and a lot of injustice. It's why 2 years ago, Dave compiled the first comprehensive statewide Brady list ever. And tonight, he's back to explain what his new list shows and why it's still exposing systemic problems.
The new list shows two main things. One, after we started publicly exposing Brady failures, the number of new officers added to the list has jumped considerably. And two, these lists are only as good as the people who keep them. And we're still finding officers are missing because police and prosecutors are failing to report them. It's the Brady list of Brady lists. Officers from every Arizona county, more than 1,800 names, past and present. Some recent examples. This officer posted repeated racist, violent, and threatening comments online. This officer lied under oath and made up evidence to falsely charge protesters as gang members. And this officer slapped a handcuffed man and tried to cover it up. Again, 1,800 now on Brady. It's a big jump from when we first published our statewide list in 2020. Then there was only 1,400.
Would you say that increase in 400 is notable and significant?
Yes, it seems notable, given that over how many years?
Like 20 since they started keeping them. Yeah.
So over 20 years, there are about 1,400 officers on the Brady list statewide, right? And then in 2 years, it jumps up an additional 400. That's a huge number.
Jared Keenan is an attorney with ACLU Arizona.
That increase would not have occurred but for increased public pressure, increased media pressure, and increased litigation pressure.
In addition to our reporting, Phoenix is facing a major lawsuit from this woman, Frances Salazar. She was wrongfully convicted because Phoenix PD sat on evidence of her arresting officer's history of dishonesty, and her suit is uncovering systemic failures in reporting Brady material. Defense attorneys say the recent increase in Brady list additions is a positive, but it comes with a big asterisk.
So even with this increase, it should be clear that this is almost certainly still an undercount of the number of officers that should be on a Brady list.
Now we're about to show you an example. A deputy who, according to his own department, has lied repeatedly, but he's not on the Brady list. Now you're about to hear audio from that deputy from a recent pretrial interview with a defense attorney who had no idea about his past.
I can hear you. This is Deputy McElwain.
You're listening to Pinal County Sheriff's Deputy Jeffrey McElwain.
Pretty erratic.
He's here in this department-made video, and he's been on camera a lot, especially with the TV show Live PD, earning him newspaper headlines as a, quote, local celebrity.
I ask this to everybody. Do you have any disciplinary action on your record as an officer?
I do.
Okay, what is it?
I've received time off for through what I think I received time off last year.
Now this is McElwain's personnel file. You'll find two separate discipline cases from 2020. They outline 6 incidents of poor work performance and dishonesty. PCO even recommended firing him at one point, but he kept his job and got suspensions.
And what was it for?
Policy violations.
What policy?
Geez, I would have to look back. What it was, in reference to, I don't want to speak incorrectly.
You don't remember why you got reprimanded?
Records show in one discipline case, McElwain was subject to a COVID stay-at-home order after an exposure. That means he was assigned to home, still getting paid. But PCSO says he then worked an off-duty outside employment job, falsified radio logs to cover it up, and was dishonest with internal investigators. But check the Brady list, no Jeff McElwain. I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
Well, in a written statement, the Pinal County Attorney's Office says Deputy McElwain was not formally placed on the Brady list due to a, quote, administrative oversight. They say prosecutors will reconsider adding him at an upcoming meeting. You can search our exclusive statewide database and see all of our past reporting at abc15.com/Brady list.
Phoenix 911, where's your emergency?
North Valley Parkway and 31st Avenue. There was a car collision and the other people involved in the crash are getting very aggressive with the cops, with the officer. There's only one officer here. The officer has told the dad and the son to back off multiple times and they're just elevating.
Why 911? Cops are there.
Because he's over there getting aggressive.